Okay, Mark. Over on the right is a guy, Australian golfer, Robert Allenby, and I shot this video at the BMW back in the fall or the end of the summer. I was lucky enough I got to work for NBC Sports as a spotter, and I had behind the rope credentials, and I got to get out there and get right in their face. And he was cool enough to let me um, get right up on him and everything. If you look at his first thing I want you to look at is his grip. Notice how much more of the Velcro we can see in your grip and very little in his. He can probably only see about a knuckle and a half, whereas you've got probably 3 knuckles. And I'm going to fuss at you a little bit right here when we look at your grip. If you look at his right hand grip, you'll see that his thumb rides over the shaft, and then your thumb is actually almost behind the shaft. But you've gotten better. I was watching you today, and I'm really pleased that you've taken that seriously. The first thing I want you to look at as far as the setup is notice he's probably got 60% of his weight left, 40% of it right. You're just the opposite in this particular swing. You've got 60 over here, all right, 60 on the right side. Whoops, better 6 than that. Okay, and then 40 on the left. It needs to be just the opposite. Okay, just the opposite. If you look at Robert over here, he's 60 left, 40 right, because we want you to pivot around your left leg. I don't want you to put any more weight on your right leg than you have. I want you to start 60-40 left to right and try to maintain that the best you can. Okay. Just looking at, other than that, you've got a good setup. Okay. So let's just go back and we're going to start. And remember, address is P1 or position 1. All right. And then we're going to stop at position 2. And that's when the shaft is parallel to the ground. All right. Look how much further you've reached with your arms. Look at the distance from the butt of the club to your hips. And then look at the distance over here with Robert from his hands or the butt of the club to his right thigh. Look how much you've reached. If you stuck a golf tee under in each of your armpits, you'd never want those tees to fall out. That's a drill I'm going to show you when we go along. But look at the angle right here. Look at your right arm. Okay. Look at Robert's right arm. See how it stays to his side right there? All right. So that's P2. We're going to go to P3. And this is what we talked a whole lot about yesterday. So at P3, all right, come on now. Oh, whoops. So at P3, you want to have pretty much a 90-degree angle between your left arm. Your left arm and the shaft. All right. So if we look at yours, look at this. Very little wrist cock at all. Now, if you created a whole lot of lag, and that's the club head trailing behind the hands on the way down, I wouldn't have as big a problem with this. But this is gonna help you with all your clubs. All right, so that's P3. All right, the next position is P4 or the top. Okay, there's a lot of guys that are going to get their shaft parallel at the top. Robert doesn't. But what's key here is if you look, his shoulders in relation to the ground are 90 degrees. Okay? His shoulders are 90 degrees from the baseline where he started. All right, yours are already 90 degrees, so you got plenty of turn. You actually turn too far. And you do that by raising up. You're going to see that when we go from down the line view. All right. So I'd like to keep that left arm straight. and stop about right there. See, look how far your left arm goes. That's not even necessary. Your left arm, look where Robert stops. He hits it 300 yards. All right. So I'd like to see you shorten up that swing and get that good wrist caught. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Let me clear all this mess up. All right. Now we're going to play it down. So the top is called P4. All right. That's P5 when the left arm gets back to the same position as it was on the way up, or that's the same as P3. All right, so there's your P5, and look how much angle you've lost. So you've already thrown it. Look how much angle he's maintained right there. Okay, so here's his P6. Let's look at your P6, and that's when the shaft is parallel to the ground. Okay, notice your elbow. Look how there's a gap right here between your elbow and your body. And then look over here at Roberts. Look how his elbow's into his side. Okay, you're almost pushing the club through impact, and he's pulling it with the left side. Now, sure, there's going to be some hit. He's going to hit it with his right side, but for the most part, until he gets to impact, he's pulling that club into impact. And notice how dynamic his lower body is. Look at those legs. His legs started the whole swing. So I'm going to stop him at impact. Boom. And notice how at impact, or just prior to impact, his hand, there's that lowercase y that we talked about. Okay? Let's look at your side. Alright. So here's your lowercase y, and it's way before the ball. Look how bent your left arm is. It never really gets straight. Okay? And then you've lost your angle right there, see? Boom. When I say angle, I'm talking about, see, look at that. That's an uppercase Y as opposed to a lowercase. And if you look real close, you'll see that his hips are open and yours are pretty square. Alright. Look at this extension right here at P8. Look how extended his arms are. And it's not bad. It's better than it was, but you gotta keep that left arm straight. See, watch how your left arm kind of pulls back, kind of in a chicken wing action. See, you've got an angle right here on your left arm. So your left arm and the shaft should be pretty straight. Look how much more dynamic his lower body is. See that? Opposed to yours, it's pretty straight. Look how dynamic he is right there. That's that lower body driving. The whole swing is driven by the lower body. Much better finish than what you had. But I want you to try to keep those arms straight. See how your arms collapsed right there? I want to get you feeling like you're swinging to about right there and stopping. And that's just a feel, okay? And come all the way up on that right toe. Notice if you look at your right toe, see how crinkled it is? Let's watch his right toe. See how he kind of pirouetted right up on that right toe? Alright? So, but it's just from yesterday, what I saw today, it's already better. But you've got to learn to hit the balls 30, 40 yards with your arms staying straight, not collapsing, and prove to us that, prove to me and prove to yourself that you can consistently hit it straight 30 or 40 yards. Because if you can't hit it straight 30 or 40 yards, there's no way you can do it 250, 275, 300. Just impossible. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do will be down the line.